If I were moving to Cincinnati in 2026, this is where I would move. Did you know that choosing the wrong Cincinnati neighborhood could mean paying 10 times more than necessary? After helping over 300 families buy homes here in Cincinnati, I've seen people overpay, move too soon, find problems they didn't expect. Today, I'm showing you which Cincinnati neighborhoods work best for young professionals, families, retirees, luxury buyers with real prices and what nobody ever wants to tell you. And at the end, I'll tell you exactly where I'd be moving if it were me personally in Cincinnati in 2026. Let's first start off with young professionals and first-time homebuyer neighborhoods. If you're under 40 and you want to build wealth through real estate, these neighborhoods won't break the bank and they're about to take off if they haven't already started to already. Pleasant Ridge, that's the hidden gem nobody talks about. You can buy a home here for around $300,000. According to the MLS, the median sales price in the past 6 months is $305,000. And now keep that in mind, that's the same type of home that neighborhoods like Oakley and Hyde Park, but are way more expensive. But here's what's happening right now in Pleasant Ridge. New businesses are popping up, like Share Cheese Bar, Cafe Alma, Nine Giant for a beer. That's an excellent brewery with great food. The neighborhood is changing so fast, and it's been happening over a decade. Lots happening here. The people actually that live here fought off big developers who wanted to change everything. They kept it real, they kept it authentic. That's rare these days. So you've got to check out Pleasant Ridge. And Pleasant Ridge Montessori, if you're thinking about having kids down the road. There's also a beautiful branch library too. And getting to work, it's really easy. You have access to the highways very simply. You also have Montgomery Road that cuts through it. It's a great spot. Now, Oakley is a walkable winner. Everything is surrounded by Oakley Square. You can walk pretty much anywhere you want. Of course, you have Mad Tree, which is the heart of Oakley. It's one of the biggest breweries and it's just an excellent place. It's an old tried and true. It hasn't been around that long, but it's a fantastic spot. It really brings everybody together. And that's right along Madison Road. You have so much happening down there. And of course, in the square itself, you have new pizza places that are opening up, great new restaurants. You have pretty much every bar you could possibly imagine right there. You have, for young professionals, you have this mecca of great items right at your fingertips, all walkable for you. So everything happens around Oakley Square, right? You can pretty much walk to everything. We talked about some of the areas around and the heart of Oakley and the entertainment scene. But what I love most about Oakley is the housing stock and the housing mix. You've got some cute bungalows, brand new condos, some older condos. You have charming single family homes too, some really eclectic, different kind of streets. People actually know their neighbors here too, which is hard to find. I actually used to live in Oakley on Drake Avenue back in the day, and I love Drake. Homes in Oakley sell really fast. Right now, the average days on market is about 37 days. And why is that? Well, it's because of the convenience, the neighborhood feel. There's so much. And compared to other fancy neighborhoods that are around town, which we'll talk about in a minute, these types of places cost way less, but you still get an amazing lifestyle. Let's jump next into Walnut Hills, which has a really cool urban vibe for young professionals. You have tree-lined streets everywhere, gorgeous old architecture. And in Walnut Hills, you even have a nightlife scene. You have some new bars that have opened up, some fun new spots. The neighborhood ranks in the top quarter for young professionals in all of Cincinnati. There's also some mix of new developments that's great there too. And what's crazy is you can walk to the Cincinnati Art Museum, you can walk to the Crone Conservatory, to Eden Park, and so much more. There's so much there. And the food scene is awesome. I love getting a turtle at Gomez Salsa. If you've not been there, you have to go. You have Cafe Vivance, which is awesome. You can be downtown within just a couple of minutes, and then you're really in the thick of it all with Over the Rhine, the CBD, even Mount Adams is really close by. Okay, let's change gears for a second. Now, if you have kids and you're thinking about starting a family, these next neighborhoods are really gonna be great for you. So these are the best family-friendly neighborhoods. There's so many of them, but we're gonna boil it down to a few just to get you started, right? Forget about what you heard about the boring suburbs. These Cincinnati neighborhoods have figured out family living, and we're gonna start with Blue Ash. Blue Ash is complete with a full package for families. Sycamore High School is rated 18 in all of Ohio, according to US News and World Reports. That's huge for your kids' education, right? You also have Summit Park. This is one of my kids' favorite places. It has everything from walking trails, places to eat, even a dog park, some cool little outdoors, little ponds and areas. The Recreation Center in Blue Ash also has a pool and a gym and tennis courts. There's free outdoor concerts in the brand new design over at Kenwood and Cooper Road. Best of all, You're 15 minutes from downtown Cincinnati, so the commutes are easy if you're working downtown. There's a various array of price points, so you can find something that works for your budget. And that's what's really great about the city of Blue Ash. Anderson Township is nature's playground for families. Forest Hill School District gets a 5-star rating on the Ohio School Report, so the school district is obviously very well rated. Your kids are getting a great education here. And here's the cool part. They have their own Anderson Park District. It's actually totally separate from the city of Cincinnati system, and there's a 5-mile trail. Hence, obviously, if you know 5 Mile Road, it's obviously all connections, but it connects all of the neighborhoods together. Kids can bike safely from friends' houses and neighborhoods. Anderson Lake Park is perfect for fishing and picnics on the weekend. You're east of downtown, which just means it's really, really convenient. It's not too far. Easy to get to the airport, easy to get to downtown, and it has a nice suburban feel that's a little different. And the housing, you can find literally everything. You got historic old homes, brand new subdivisions, even luxury estates. Homerama was just there a few years ago. But first, we'll go a step further. Be sure to check the description below for a full link of our relocation guide to Cincinnati, because it's going to hit on all these points. It saves you a ton of time for your home, and we want your search to be easy. Now let's jump into Loveland. It kind of has a small town feel, perfect for family dreams, right? The schools are top rated. The whole town sits on the Little Miami River, which is a huge trail system. You might have heard of the Little Miami Bike Trail. It's perfect for family bike rides, or if you're an avid cyclist, you go out there. And you can't talk about Loveland without talking about the historic downtown. It does farmers markets, outdoor movie nights. It's right along the bike trail, which is awesome because you can bike on in there. It's the kind of stuff that makes childhood memories, right? You love being down there, whether it's an evening with your friends or family. It's great. And of course, Nisbet Park, it's a great place for kids to run around. Families can find that sweet spot really with a little blend of kind of subculture and, just feeling more suburban, but it has that small town charm that people really do love. Another one for families is Mason. There's no bigger Cincinnati suburb than Mason when it comes to families and growth. Sure, there's Kings Island and Great Wolf Lodge are right there. You also have brand new Dorothy Market that was just built, and it's just vibrant and bustling these days. Brand new restaurants. If you go along Mason Montgomery Road, you have everything you can imagine. P&G is down there. There's so many big companies as well. The school just keeps on growing, keeps getting bigger. It's highly rated. And of course, it has a nice mixture of everything from suburban sprawl to some more culture as well. A little bit more of a suburban feel, but a great community. And in Mason, obviously, it's a newer community. The past 20, 25 years, Mason has really just blown up from a number of homes. And when you look at the type of housing stock there's brand new neighborhoods, production communities. If there are older homes that are obviously on larger lots as well, but it is a really eclectic mix of different types of homes. It's all surrounded around suburban sprawl. If you look up the definition of sprawl, it is pretty much the city of Mason and really Deerfield Township as well, which is all kind of pulled into one in the Mason School District. Next up, we have Montgomery, which is where we're sitting today. Montgomery, we've talked about so much. It mixes historic charm with everything modern that families could imagine. You're northeast of downtown Cincinnati, about 15 minutes. Your kids would go to Sycamore Community School District. That's the school district here if they went public, which has excellent ratings. It's one of the sought after reasons people come here to live. The parks here keep winning awards. They keep building new with the Montgomery Quarter. The dining scene is impressive and surprisingly upscale. You have kitchen social, great spots, livery. It's also where that mixture of historic and modern keeps coming together. Kids grow up appreciating both the old and the new. And this is actually why we actually chose to have our business based in Montgomery, because there's such a mixture of so much here. We absolutely love it. And when it comes to living here, you have homes pretty much ranging anywhere from $500,000 up. Yes, there's some below, but they go up well over $2 million. You're seeing quite a few teardowns on streets like Remington and Zigzag, Joe Lane, those core communities itself. And that's how you're finding new homes. But when it comes to homes built in the 40s, 50s, 60s, mainly 50s, 60s, going into the 70s, you're seeing those have been updated, and they really do command a higher price point because of everything that Montgomery has to offer. But what if your kids are grown and gone? What do you do from there? What neighborhoods should you be looking at? We have quite a few options for you. Empty nesters these days are kind of redefining what they're looking for. So as you're looking at it at a retirement, downsizing, empty nester, whatever you want to call yourself, these retirement spots are not boring. These are not where you're slowing down, you're actually picking back up. Places where you can walk to dinner, stay active, actually have a social life. Let's start off with one of the top, Marymount. The Village of Marymount has so much to offer. It's actually on the historic register. There's a lot of history behind it. Mary Emery, if you know the Emery family, we've done videos on that. It's a harmonious, English-inspired architectural style community, kind of including a Tudor revival and colonial style. You can walk to virtually everything. You have that downtown little area, a library, the grocery store, the town square, has a public pool, tennis courts, the South 80 trails for staying active. What makes it really special is that everyone seems to know everybody in Marymount. It's a small community that feels a little grander, of course, but everybody seems to know their neighbors. There's a support system that's really important, especially as you get older and you want to be surrounded by people you enjoy, right? So it goes beyond the big historical homes to easier condos that have been built by the Griweys over the years. Public transportations mean you don't need to have a car if you don't want to. And you know why Marymount residents love it so much? It was actually designed as America's model town back in the day. Literally modeled around being the perfect town. And somehow it still works perfectly today. So of course, with lifestyle being the #1 motivation for what we're seeing in most empty nesters, of course, there's financial components and so many other components, but lifestyle being it, it's hard not to talk about the city of Montgomery again. Montgomery is this quaint downtown area. When you're an empty nester, you want to be able to walk to your favorite restaurants potentially, or at least be close to be able to drive to your kids and to your family and near it all. So you're not traveling in the car. And you don't want to have a bunch of exterior maintenance and things to worry about. So downtown Montgomery seems to have a great mix of different living options. There's some new build ranches that have been built, some other first floor living opportunities, all in the core of downtown Montgomery. And it's all centered around those walking trails, the brick pavered sidewalks that are over there, the parks, and of course, the restaurants and entertainment. Such a huge attraction for folks that want to live here. Plus the convenience, you can be downtown in 10-15 minutes. You can be over to Blue Ash, into Hyde Park, in so many different areas. It's a great jumping off point to get wherever you need to be. Now we're going to jump into Sycamore Township, which is pretty much Montgomery's neighbor, right? It's all about convenient comfort. It's right where you're going to see the Kenwood Mall. It's close to downtown. The airport's not too far away. It's perfect for family visits. The tax rate can be incredibly low in certain portions of it. There's a sports complex. Again, I mentioned Kenwood Mall. Can't probably mention that enough, but you also have places like March 1st Brewing. One of my favorite joints, Silver Spring House. I was just there this week. Great spot to socialize, see friends, play Keno if that's what you're into. It's great for retirees. And it's township, right? So you pay no earnings tax on there if you're still out there actively working. It's alive and energetic. There's so much to offer in Sycamore Township. As we're headed down a little bit further south, we're actually going to go into Oakley and Hyde Park again. These are areas that empty nesters and lifestyle buyers seem to be attracted to, again, because that's where a lot of culture is, right? New restaurants are pumping up there with maybe, they're not chains, right? They're more of just brand new ones that are one-offs and fresh new concepts. My favorite restaurant, Red Feather, used to be down there, which fortunately it's no longer there anymore, but there's a new pizza joint that just opened up there. So it's always the new and cutting edge restaurants. You have great shops, fun spots, walkable. It seems to be so vibrant too, where people are always outside. Even on a cold, rainy day, you're still going to see people out walking and people have smiles on their face. It's kind of the best mix of urban with a little bit of suburban convenience there too, because you have obviously a Kroger and you have the Cinemark, you have the movies, you have everything you can need right there in Oakley. And one of the developments that we see in Oakley that we have to call out is Foundry Park. Foundry Park is where Homerama was in 2025. Homes ranging from $1 million to well over almost $2 million nowadays. Vertical style living with elevators. So it's all about kind of minimizing that impact on your joints if you need to take the elevator, but also keeping you young with a few different stairs, but just a new little concept on a ranch plan that used to be so popular. So we encourage you, if you're looking down in Oakley, take a look at Foundry. It's also, its sister neighborhood is actually over in Blue Ash, which is where we're going to jump over to right now. So of course, Blue Ash deserves another mention for retirees, empty nesters, downsizers, right? The Recreation Center has programs just for older adults. You have Summit Park, free concerts, exercise classes that are throughout there, designed for seniors in mind. You're minutes from downtown. You have medical facilities, all the convenience you could possibly imagine. And it's all about what matters most to you at your age. It's not a retirement bubble, right? Because there's folks of all different ages and sizes and types that live there. But of course, you're living alongside younger families and older families, and it keeps the energy up, and it's just a vibrant, really diverse community. And of course, as I had mentioned, the Foundry Park development in Oakley, you have Summit Park in Arabella, which is the sister community to that development in Oakley, which is again more vertical style living, all situated on the park at Summit Park. So you get to have a new style of downsized living with elevators, just as I mentioned in Foundry. It's worth a look by there. Heck, over halfway through the development, and it is really just kicking butt over there and been a really popular spot from the folks that are downsizing and shedding those older estates that they've been on with maybe second floor masters. All right, now for the grand finale. If money is no obstacle, you have all the money, you're Mr. or Mrs. Moneybags, you have the absolute best Cincinnati neighborhoods that people tend to spend for wealthy buyers and for big old homes, big old estates, right? First, of course, is Indian Hill. It's not just wealthy, it's a whole different world. And there are other luxury neighborhoods, right? There's Cincinnati best kept secrets that most people don't even know about, but Indian Hill is the ultimate exclusive luxury neighborhood. In fact, it's one of the most expensive zip codes in the entire state of Ohio, and where the homes could be sold for over $6 million and up to $10 million. These estates sit on enormous lots with total privacy. Somehow it feels like a country village, even though you're just a few minutes away from every convenience you could possibly imagine. Get this, they even have their own police department, the Indian Hill Rangers, their own fire department. They have their own post office, their own library, and the zoning rules actually keep everything exclusive. There are no commercial pieces of property in Indian Hill. Indian Hill actually has its own zip code. It basically operates like its own private city. It's actually called a village within the city of Cincinnati, or within the Cincinnati area, I should say. It is one of the most exclusive addresses you can have in the entire city. Then you have Hyde Park's neighbor, Mount Lookout. It gives you those amazing views that everybody wants, just perched on, obviously, the mounts right over there, overlooking the city, Lincoln Airport, all kinds of great things. The median sales price is, in the past 6 months, about $755,000. You have river views, skyline views, beautiful parks like Oakley Park and Alms Park, Then you have Mount Lookout Square. It has boutiques and cafes and coffee shops and bars like Mount Lookout Tavern, Delwood Restaurant. There's Tudor styles to modern luxury condos. There's such a huge eclectic variety of what you can do living-wise. Being so close to the Cincinnati Art Museum as well and major employers, it's a perfect spot if you're looking to be successful in your career and you want to be close to work, but still have that culture, convenience, kind of a hometown feel as well. Let's look into Mason. The Mosaic development specifically is a modern luxury done right. By Traditions Building Group, who we've actually worked with for years and years, they have the Mosaic development that's right near Dorothy Lane. It changes everything. These luxury townhomes and single-family homes starting around $600,000 is a community with lakes, walking paths, Dorothy Lane Market, as we mentioned. It's kind of a master plan community. Plus you're near Kings Island, Great Wolf Lodge, you've got grandkids, big companies like Procter & Gamble are right close by. It has luxury that makes sense for how people actually live today. And the city of Mason has tons of luxury communities. Kensington, Long Cove, so many others as well. But this is just one new community that's existing today, because as you'll notice, there hasn't been a lot of development over the past several years because land is harder and harder to find. But an area like Mason is very highly sought after because of the different types of homes, whether it's a big estate or a small luxury townhome that's very well appointed. Next up, we're gonna go into Scott Oyler's hometown, the city of Madeira. He's obviously a huge proponent of Madeira, living there for a long time. It has a suburban feel, but has a lot of rich history as well. The median price in Madeira is really hovering around $610,000 over the past 6 months. There's custom estates, teardown lots, luxury townhomes, upscale condos, all selling at premium prices because of location. The downtown area is just bustling and charming at the same time. There's a great Madeira school district, really highly rated, of course. This creates a sophisticated neighborhood that are also both safe and accessible. You can obviously look it all online. It's a great community to raise a family or to build a really high-end home or buy a high-end home, because there's high standards. It appeals to luxury buyers who want to be part of something long-term. It's an established community they really want to be part of. And each of these luxury communities offers something unique, right? They're not all the same. There's many more that we didn't mention, right? You have Wyoming, you have Anderson, you have so many other great communities just as well. We're just highlighting some of our favorites and some honorable ones to throw out there. So whether you want to be in Indian Hill's $1 million estates or you want to be in Hyde Park's more historic estate, something for everyone is here in Cincinnati. So you gotta figure out what's important to you. Schools, walkability, retirement amenities, total luxury. What is it that you're looking for? That's the key, right? The key is finding the neighborhood that fits your life, your lifestyle, what you're into. So are you ready to see these neighborhoods for yourself? Contact Oyler Hines at Coldwell Banker. All you have to do is type in hello@oylerhines.com. We'll tag that right down below. We'll set up a custom neighborhood search tour just for you based on who you are and what you're looking for. We'll show you properties before they even hit the market. We'll even know the neighborhoods inside and out. We have specialists in every different region here in Cincinnati. There's a lot of ground to cover, right? But whether you're looking to buy or sell here in Greater Cincinnati, let's find the perfect neighborhood for you wherever you're going. And before you go, A lot of people still believe in the old myths about Cincinnati, right? These myths might be stopping them or you from making a move. So want to know what they are? Of course, what you need to do is watch our next video. We're going to reveal what's really happening in the city's economy, the housing structure, culture, lifestyle, and so much more. You'll see why it's quickly becoming one of the most underrated places to live in our mind. What's really going on in Cincinnati today will surprise you, I can guarantee it. Hopefully we see you in the next video. You're going to join Scott to break down all the myths and find out just what's happening in Cincinnati. Till next time.